right. Let me show you how to shine bright.
Hello, new world, all the boys and girls. I got some.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in Uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Coming up, a rematch of Super Bowl 50 between the Denver Broncos and the Carolina Panthers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Play action. It's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They're looking for Jeudy, but it's intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it, and the Panthers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Baron Browning, the one who brought him down. The Panthers had 7-4 on the year. But they come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Throwing on 2nd down. Corral. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now after the sack, you got Corral and the Panthers here staring at a tough play, 3rd and long.
He'll drop to throw. Under under pressure. They got him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Williams. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Corral. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. An option handoff given to Harris. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Corral. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Marshall. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And tackled down after a gain of 3, leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Now Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
Again, Wilson. And this is caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. They're going for it. This is Harris. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Backed up where they were on this side of the field, that was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Play action, Corral.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Corral to Moore there. Good for a Carolina first. A final shot before the half for Corral.
He's got a man. That's Marshall.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
On second down, this is Harris. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Returning it, here's Hamler. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Wilson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. On the return is Cohen. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. First down. Here's Corral with it. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
In motion left here, Marshall.
On 3rd down, here's Corral.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Carolina.
Terrace Marshall.
39 yards.
And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, Wilson finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up the 1st down.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. They'll send Marshall in motion left. Corral sets up play action. And this is caught. He hits more. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 21. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. First down, a run with Cohen. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's the option, running right. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Corral. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Corral Williams. And the Broncos are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
And this is going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Major say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on fourth down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. On third down, here's Harris. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? Well, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson. Able to find Judy. And he's brought down at midfield. So the first play of the drive, not only do they get the first down, but a big chunk of yardage. And looking pretty good here.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Now Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the fourth. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Carolina, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.